Feels weird. Feels very weird. Feels like something's not right. But are we live? That feels weird. Feels very weird. Feels like something's not right. Inception. But are we live? That feels weird. Inception. Feels very weird. Oh no. Feels like something's We've got to find right. The tab that's got Inception. Me rolling. But are we live? That feels weird. Oh Inception. No. Very weird. Oh no. There I am. Okay. We're good. Okay. Found it. Check, check. Hello peeps, hello Sean. Oh, the phone's also on as a monitor here, so I'm gonna turn that down. It feels so weird, but it feels so good. You know, hello Sean. Yeah, I surprisingly just didn't have much of a chance to do much of a setup here, but I was really looking forward to just, well, I am looking forward to having a little bit of a hangout, bit of a guitar session, you know, just me and you guys. How long has it been? How long has it been since it was just me and you guys and not Tim? It feels weird, but I like it. Used to love a good weekend stream with you guys. Right, but first we've got to make sure Mike's... Hey, look who it is, mate. It's Harlan. How are we doing on levels? Are we doing all right? Oh, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Yeah, let's check how we're doing on levels. Also, flip the cable around. And what I mean by that is, usually I go in straight, like the straight end into the jack socket into the guitar, but been using a little right-hand socket, you know. Hey, Steve, what's up, mate? What has been happening? Levels sound good. All right, great, Chris. Oh yeah, you know when I watched that last stream back with Hutchback, oh my god, the mic was like, it was like he was sitting on the end of the capsule, wasn't it? It was really bad. I thought you guys were just like, oh, it's a little bit like, you know, crunchy now and again, and it's like, yeah, but it was terrible. I was like, oh my god, that's a fucking nightmare. I'm surprised many of you stayed on. Sorry for the bad language already. Yeah, all will be revealed why I flipped this cable around. Yeah, no one said it was that bad, Sean. Like, everyone was like, Mike's doing this, Mike's doing that, whatever. I was like, all right. But it was like really bad. Yeah, brutal. Oh gosh, yeah, this does feel weird, but I'm excited. We're gonna talk guitars, do a little playing today, you know, jam over some stuff, but I'm gonna try and get in that good zone of flying through many of your amazing questions as possible. Also, I'm very excited because I've been talking about this new office space for a little while, and I just ordered the final lights today and some streaming equipment for that setup. It's a complete different setup. It's MacBook Pro, different audio interface, different monitors, different headphones. The controllers that I have that are kind of like Tim's controllers for this setup will be coming out of this, or going out of this room rather, into that portable rig. And the idea is to kind of, over the next, whatever, couple of weeks or so, make that entire setup as backpackable as possible. But at very least, it's a very minimalist sort of space. There's just not the entire, well, there isn't a guitar full of walls there for the most part. So that's gonna be kind of cool. It's just gonna be nice to have that separate space. But I did need some like main kind of lights, you know. So Pine Gap, good afternoon. Pine Gap, where are you based? In fact, where is everyone based? Ergo's UK, Sean, DC, I believe. Where is everyone at? Well, that's quiet. Let's get some volume here. Washington, yeah. Pine Gap, you're in... Hey, Smart Alec. Seattle, okay. There we go. Jenna's in Seattle. Okay, Washington, yeah, I thought so. And Amsterdam. Fusion lines will be out today. Dundee, Scott. What? Oh, you're gigging tonight? How often do you gig, Steve? I didn't realize you were out, a man of the gigs. I thought you were a man just on YouTube and not doing live shows. You're like, I'm not going out in the van anymore, lads. Presuming you're doing a show with a band or something. What kind? Mate, you wish. If you were there, I would be there with you. But I still need to come visit you, Harlan. I tell you what, I've never recorded so many riffs as I have over the last 2 weeks. I've just song after song after song idea. So I'm kind of really excited to, I think, switch to like getting some kind of I don't know, there'll be an EP or a record or something like that, but kind of feeling like the itch is coming back to do some music, which I'm excited about. About 3 gigs a month, but coming into wedding seasons. Okay. Hitting it up in the wedding seasons. Crazy Twain, good to see you, mate. Sean, so far I've been doing mostly videos because the issue is I was doing a lot of voice notes, but when I'm trying to write and come up with new song ideas, I always try and play things in those scenarios that I've never played before, and I try to make my fingers do things that they've never done before as well. So the issue is like when I hear the voice notes back or Ableton stuff, I have no idea to play it. It's like so surreal because I've kind of forced this other type of playing, you know. What's up, Thomas? A long time since '92. Oh, hi, Mr. Payne. Welcome and thanks for being here and for the kind words. Yeah, EP, an EP, mate. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, just put it all out like that. Can you imagine? So yeah, I realize this is an unusual time. You know, the US is kind of just waking up. So maybe what we'll do is I can do some Square Dreams. Okay. A lot of emails is going on at the moment. Very, very busy time for Polychrome. It's been absolutely just wild, and other things, really cool things are going on as well, which at some point or eventually you'll get to find out about. Obviously, it's been super cool. Some really great stuff happening. And if you're like, what the hell is Polychrome? Now's a great time to check out Polychrome because the Spring into Tone. How's that for a title? Spring into Tone. Yeah, I came up with that very quickly. It's live anyway. It's still live, I think, until the end of this month. So you got, what, like another 5-6 days or however many days is left. Square Dreams. Yeah, that's a great fun track to play. And then if I'm not warmed up, hey Stelly, what's up? Nice to see you. Then this arpeggio section is always pretty tricky. Just because it's alternate pick. And if you've ever tried like 1 note per string alternate picking, it can be okay, especially when you're warm, but when you're going from, zoom in a little bit there, like that. And if you're sitting with your guitar right now, try this, just play an A sharp major chord. Take your 4th finger and just stretch it over to the C note, but then break it up like this. And just think of it as two groups of three. And then you can alternate pick that. And you'll feel right away that that camera seems like it's jerking a little bit, right? Maybe the HDMI cable's just dangling a little bit, I don't know. Wow. Off topic, but release Slow and Beautiful, or at least put it on Spotify. I couldn't put it on Spotify because it's essentially owned by Interscope Records. So I'm pretty sure actually even Tire Kicking I included once on an EP release, and it just got booted straight off because, again, even though I wrote that track, either the publishing or the rights to that song is owned by Interscope Records, so not much I can do about re-releasing those things, you know? Sounds really good. How much can you separate or stretch your middle? Quite a lot, I would say. Let's try that. So, one thing I do a lot is the 2-to-1 stretches. I do a lot, you know? Pentatonics, for example. Like, I stretch out like that a lot. So basically, if we're doing like this, but including the A, and now switch it to 3 notes per string. So you have that A, B, D, and then take that same shape, drop it to the A string 2 frets higher, E, F sharp, A, and then just touch that B note once. And if you just get a little bit of gain, it's a great 3 note per string alternate picking pentatonic sound. But it requires a little bit of a stretch in that 2-to-1, and I love that. Same for the 2-to-3, I do that quite a bit, that sort of stretch there. I like that feeling. Yeah, so I need to put a beat on, just jam a little bit, because as you can tell, I just feel a little bit out of sync. And usually, just a beat is really good. What amp is that? That's a great question. Let's check it out. I'm not sure myself, actually. Guitars. Let's see. Nunchuck? Note. Okay. Yeah, that preset. I haven't used the explode buttons in a little while, so if you listen to the pitch, like, what the hell was that? Get the octave rolling. Yeah, so I guess it's picking up Tim's controller. So that would be Hypertune, Live Logic. I use the Live Logic for like a bunch of presets. There we go. Oh, we need a new. Oh, we do. We do need a new icon, indeed. All right. Guitar Q&A is the theme of today. Everything seems to be working. My fingers are not very warm, but warm enough for a little bit of. Should we do a track first? One track, and then we get into some like chatting, questions, answers, and it can be anything, whatever you fancy. Techniques, improvising, soloing, construction, whatever you want to get into. Actually, I need to turn on some notifications here, so get the alerts on, that's for sure. And there we go. Turn the alerts on. Okay. Have a beat to play in when I'm privy. Yeah, honestly, I always had drum machines as a kid growing up, and I think my dad really, he got the importance of being in time for me as a guitarist, like playing with drummers, playing with bands, playing with drum machines, always playing with other people was like a big part of playing. Can you talk about Phrygian dominant and how it can be used when jamming and improvising in a minor key? I have no idea how to demonstrate that. I have no idea. Yeah, we can probably get into some modes. Yeah, the thing is I play so many outside notes, and I very often don't think about, oh, I'm doing like a bar in this, because I literally jump in and out of sounds like crazy. So I'll go from like the split position to the neck, and at the same time I'll introduce two different outside notes to the scale choice or to the note choice for the solo. And I do this a lot, and it's just became like a sort of part of my playing and habit. And very least, I'll go back and forth between like natural minor and harmonic minor, but never trying to emphasize the raised note in the harmonic minor scale. And I use a lot of like chromatics as well. But I love outside notes, so like I do it so sporadically and so quick that I'm in and out. And if I sort of sat down and thought like, okay, I'm gonna use this mode for like not even like a half a bar, but like a few measures, like my head would just be like spinning because I'm thinking about like notes and modes all the time, you know. It'd be wild. Yeah. Let's try track. Yeah, it's fun to jam. I haven't jammed like that in a while on a stream. Delete all that stuff. Where's the lo-fi button gone? I don't know where the lo-fi button's gone. We're going to be doing the entire stream in lo-fi. Alright. Hey, Rip Rock. Thank you very much. I'm a little bit out of tune though. The Rising Up. Oh man, what is that again? I'll tune up and I'll try and remember that solo. There's like a hook in it, which is quite nice. It's quite nice. Hey Joseph, what's up, mate? How have you been? All right. Let's see what Chris was saying. I've yet to acquire a Kiesel, but have played a few in various guitar centers around the US. Many years ago, I had a carbon bolt with a hardtail, and the quality was top notch. There we go. Perform Rising Up. Oh, okay. I haven't played that track in a while. There's not actually a lot of guitars in Rising Up, if I remember correctly. There's some like ambient stuff, and then the main solo at the end. Let's try and remember what that solo is. It's like that. I need a smoother lead. I'll use the McRocklin suite. If you're like, what the hell was that tone? Here it is. Here's the main lead that I'm using today. It's called Deep in Melody. Check it out, polychromdsp.com. Obviously, take a demo, see what you like, see what you click with. You might prefer Nunchuck, our heaviest amp, which is out now, and also Nutcracker is, sorry, our heaviest amp, which is out now. But yeah, if you want all these kind of sparkly tones. The McRocklin suite is gonna do. So back on that Rising Up. Da-da-da. It's like that, isn't it? Something like that. I can't remember it. I don't even know if that's in the right key actually. I don't know. I can't remember if it was in B minor or A minor. Maybe it's A. Yeah, it sounds more like it's in A minor. What happened to the blue MCR? Oh, yeah, that's right. It is missing a pickup. I took out a pickup of the original one. Fishman have sent a new replacement. So what Smart Alex talking about here was this guy here. So basically, I have a Strandberg, which is this guitar. And it sounds different to other guitars that I have, and obviously I test like so many different guitars with the plugins to make sure everything translate as well as possible for all different types of guitars. So this has quite a unique tone, and I was like, okay, well, is it the guitar or the pickups? So I thought the only way to get to the bottom of it was to put a set of my pickups in it, and then well, one of the pickups was broken, and I was like, oh no, that's a nightmare. Let's just rip one out from a guitar that also has purple Fishman Fluence McRocklins in. So we did that, and now I have a replacement coming out from Fishman to fix this guy. Yeah. Is the layer still tuned down? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Any chance Polychrome will get an update that will include search? Yeah, the presets is definitely something that we are looking to massively overhaul. There's a few other features that I would like to see on the presets as well. But yeah, for sure. If you guys are like, what the hell is the layer tuned down to be? I haven't had this guitar down. Actually, I wonder what this guitar would sound like with some of my favorite Nunchuck presets. Let's try it. Yeah, this is a B. Actually, apart from the development phase, I don't think I tried, well, I would have probably did a lot of, yeah, down tuning and extended range stuff, but let's really quickly try this guitar with Nutcracker. So I have this blank slot here because I haven't got round to a way of like really changing up the live stream setup to include more than 2 amps. It can be done, but it's just one of those things that I keep forgetting about, but hopefully soon. Especially on the new Mac, the MacBook Pro setup, you know, so. What do we have here? Where is it? So we have Nutcracker here. We'll mute those guys, turn this one on. Be interesting to try this. And then we will get into some. Yes, needs a little bit of tuning, this guitar still. That's the thing when the strings are like so flubby, like it doesn't take much for them to go out. Did you have a file the nut? Oh no, I didn't actually. No, I didn't touch the nut. Oh, already that sounds pretty heavy. Heavy nuts. Oh, that's the tone right there. I don't know why the volume's down. Yeah, I like that sort of mid-range where you get like, you get to hear a little bit of pick attack. That's really cool. We could probably emphasize that a tiny bit more. Yeah, that's a good preset. Cracking some nuts. Oof. We have a beat? Beats. Where's all the beats gone? Oh wait, I'm way down on the list. Surely we have beats, guys. I like that a lot. That's also got a really nice barking mid-range. Oh yeah. That's just filthy, isn't it? I mean, I could imagine like some lead stuff over that. Oh, where are we here? Now we need a really like exaggerated lead, so let's jump in the lead sounds. Wet nuts, beautiful. that's cool. I wonder how far we can take the clean with the acoustic magic preset. Like if we go to the split. We need loads of reverb. Put that up. Where did you get that beat backing track from, Chris? I think it's just a random beat that I took from Splice. But yeah, like Nunchuck and Nutcracker are just wicked. Yeah, it's just like Nutcracker is just set up to just do heavy stuff so quickly. But I want to delete that and try Nunchuck real quick. So Nutcracker, delete, we'll go back over to Nunchuck. Oh, it's very spanky. Cool. Let's try it one time with an octave, then I promise you we'll get into. Oh yeah, splits with the octaver with the hot rod amp. Let's try a different beat. Oh yeah, that's a bit fast. Yeah, that's just like crazy fast, wasn't it? Oh, we need more fuzz, don't we? With a riff like that. There it is. Let's get the bit bright. The Green Mamba dual rat. Hey, that's right, David. Yeah, the Green Mamba is great. That obviously was Metal Charlie, which is like the Metal Charlie is like a hybrid between a Boss Distortion and a metal pedal. It's like a perfect blend. And then we have Kabamp with 3 different modes. Storm Drive, which is just a very modern tight drive. Yeah, Nunchuck is just an absolute beast. Don't sleep on Nunchuck, I promise you. You will play Nunchuck one time and it'll feel so good on your fingertips. It's wild. Just try the demo and you'll be like, oh, okay. Anyway, guys, whoever's idea was to get this guitar out, good shout, good shout. Let's jump into some actual guitar Q&A stuff. You can check all of the Polychrome plugins out for yourself, polychromedsp.com. The spring sale, Spring into Tone, is still active, so now's a great time to get your tone situation all dialed in. You'll be making songs all summer. Okay, I'm gonna give you, Chris, I'm gonna give you one exclusive now. I'll tell you what. I'm working on an amp. I'm gonna turn the music off because I have to fight myself because I can't give away too much. But I've worked on an amp design, right? And it's fucking outstanding. But the thing that's so cool about it is it's like, I don't want to say the word cheat code because that sounds like hype words. But I tell you what, it makes playing legato, it's like you've done 20 years of working out and suddenly you're doing all this legato stuff. It's wild. So I've been working on this amp design for like maybe a year and a half, 2 years. And it's like fully refined now. It's really, really good. And when you do like legato runs, it's so like effortless. It feels like the amp is like dialed up in front of you, but it's still like really articulate and clean. It's really, really cool. So anyway. But I would say if you like doing legato, try the compressor in Nunchuck with any of the amps, because the thing that's really unique about the compressor, the shadow compressor, is hey, look at this, yeah, 6-string TVs here. Good to see you, mate. Normally I don't use compression with gain, but the Nunchuck plugin, the compressor, is just outstandingly good with gain, and there's a lot of dynamic range in Nunchuck. So when you use like the compressor with Nunchuck, you can get some really, really great. There's actually a lot of low gain presets that use that compressor, and also that is like fantastic for legato stuff. Yeah, Sean, I know, but you know, I get excited, right? You know, you can imagine me sitting like dialing all these tones for like God knows how many hours a day sometimes, and then like, you know, like someone, you know, anyway. That's right! Mate, I'm ready. I am ready for the Titanic 1 and 2 offering at Blue Sky Studio. We've upgraded the cinema display. He's got 19-inch in 1024 by 1024, perfect square resolution. No widescreen, guys. Just the 1024 by 1024 res. The layout is always the best content. Shit, was it your idea? Dude, bro, you should never suggest I get the layout. I go off on tangents playing it. It's good, though. Yeah. Look at that. 6-string. All right. King of the desert. King of the dessert. Okay. Which means get great things or oh yeah. Always. I try. Anyway, okay, if you have a guitar question, let's do it. Let's snap into that mode. Guitars, what is it all about? What do you want to know? If there's anything I can help you with, let it be said right now. Otherwise, I'll go off on another jam tangent. Oh, that sounds nice. Got a nice mid-range, but time to reload the preset and it's gone. All right, I've got a Lear sitting in my room because of your videos with that one. Oh my. Yeah, the Lear's a great guitar. I think because it's just on the top, I should reach for it more often. It's really good. Does that program you have... Dude, bro! Dude, bro! We invented Hypertune, the world's fastest and most accurate transposer. There is no drop pedal. Like, you take a drop pedal like this and you compare it to like Hypertune. Do we have a Hypertune thing here? All of our plugins now have Hypertune, so forget, this is just like research shit, like, we've got to test pedals out occasionally, to make sure that they're what we think they are and measure them and stuff, but yeah, Hypertune is the technology that we use in all of the plugins. So like, just real quick, I'm sorry guys, I can't believe he said that, but he's new here, maybe so. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna go really dry so you really hear. Okay, here's Nunchuck, a preset called Chugs. Normally, I mean, first of all, the response is instantaneous. There's no like, with a lot of transposers, you get that lag, but it's not even that. You get the lag combined with artifacts. So for example, if I have something like super expose, I don't know how far I want to go on this, guys, but tell me if this is just too geeking out. But if I transpose with Hypertune, going down 7. You hear like how that sounds, right? It's pretty damn good, but like, to give you a little context, I guess Gojira's transposer? Is it Gojira X? That'll be the latest one. Wasn't expecting to do plugin like transpose shootouts, but I'll just load the Neural transposer so you have a really high-end reference, because to be fair, Neural did a pretty good job. So here's that was Hypertune down 7. If I go down, first thing I notice is like I can tell it's laggy, but also when I play chords, now if I just turn that off and do the same, if I go down an octave, now do an octave down with Neural. You hear the difference, right? So, and just having that in my signal chain introduces a lot of extra latency, like the McRocklin suite is running at 0.045 milliseconds. Very, very fast. So yeah, bit of a tangent, but you get the idea, right? Chords, very, very fast. Picking, very, very fast. Chords, very, very stable. Very, very nice. There we go. Oh, I'm down an octave. the thing is yeah, I'm all for lo-fi. I have a lot of lo-fi glitch plugins. But when I have the lo-fi glitch on the first, there's no justification, you know, like for you to use that. Like, it's like, yeah, you want to have that control. Like, okay, I'm gonna glitch my tone out, whatever, you know. But like, yeah, no, don't do that. Anyway, let's scroll back. Let's get into this. Who's got the questions and who's got the answers? Oh, what model's the white guitar? That is a Zeus acoustic. It's a really nice guitar to play, the Zeus acoustic. Hypertune is king. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Dig it up, da. Yeah, a lot of sleepless nights. Oh, that could be fun. I wonder if you ran 2 instances of Hypertune at the same time and then added them to 2 different expressions or even to 1 expression pedal. Ooh, that might be interesting. You add 2 and then when you do like a sweep, you could like have it do some real interesting stuff. Maybe I guess if you're gonna sweep it up and down like that, probably Explode is the way to use like that. Use that plugin instead of the Hypertune plugin. Because it's more designed for like sweeps, where Hypertune is more like transposing and octave duties, you know. Yeah, that could be pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, little tune-up, and I tell you what, whilst I'm playing a track, let's go with Q:. So get your question in the chat, and afterwards, okay, yeah, Explode is really cool for that. Q:, just like this. And that means afterwards, I can search for all questions with Q:, and then we'll try and get into them that way. That's a great question. Just copy paste that. Melt TV, because then I'll answer that with some detail that hopefully will be helpful for you. Oh, okay, yeah, that preset, yeah. It's funny because I made like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of presets for the McRocklin suite. So like revisiting them after a while, it's like brings back memories of the tears. Yeah. Oh, come on now. How about we try this instead? all right, settle down, settle down. Man, I was having a problem with the pick. Oh yeah, that one's absolutely mangled. Gotta make a note to keep all of the picks that have been absolutely hammered to one side. All right, that sounded like the Predator was behind me. Yeah, the sort of, yeah. All right, let's get into it. Questions. Okay, when do you decide to go full diminished shred in a jam? Great question, I like that. So, okay, I think there's one before that, but we'll get into the diminished one. So, diminished is a very interesting one because it depends what the backing track is. If you have a track like this, let's do some examples. So if you have a backing track that's very has a lot of notes from the minor scale, or very dominant minor sounding scales, notes rather. Right there, we don't have an opportunity to go, right? It's just not going to fit. So it really depends like what I'm hearing. If the track is a little bit more, guitar's slightly out, but I'll go for something really dry. That's not dry at all, is it? That's also not dry. Just go the same then. So like for example, you could get away with that, but it would be in the lower positions. For example, I think in a sort of more of a pentatonic bluesy jam situation, the F sharp, you're gonna get away with that. So the thing with diminished is it typically goes up in threes, right? But when you get to that second position, you're gonna introduce like a G flat, and I don't think that's gonna work so well. It's going to be a little bit strong. So if you want to keep it a little bit more subtle, I would say more of the pentatonic sound, because the only thing that you have, the only outside note rather you have, is that D sharp. So you're hearing home bass playing pentatonic. You've just put in that outside note, the D sharp. But now you could turn that into diminished. But then you could drop it down 3 frets. To continue, you're gonna have to come back in a little while, hon, because no. I know we just started.
You just started?
Yeah, we got a little bit late into the questions, so I'm afraid so.
When does it come? I just left seats, came here to go.
Okay, soon, very soon. So yeah, if you drop down 3, then we have basically the D sharp again, but also the F. Sorry, the F sharp. And I think that's a situation with diminished that you can easily escape from. So for example, when I mean escape, like we don't want to be in this diminished sound the entire time. We want to jump in and out, so we're blazing pentatonic. So you hear that little flash of diminished, which was this. But then I immediately escape into pentatonics, right? So if you put that all together, that's how you can get in and out of other sounds, because you're flashing it and then you're like out. We have a lot of lessons like this on McRocklin.com, where it's like how to introduce totally different sounds, but then also how to escape it, because it's like if you're stuck in diminished land, then it's like, oh, that sounds a bit weird. But when you just drop it in, it's like super cool, right? Okay, so we're gonna go back to the first question. What polychrome plugin would you recommend for old vintage and amp tones? Ooh, I would say Nunchuck. Try them all out, try a free demo, give them all a blast. But I would say Nunchuck is like where that stuff is, and it has a really good clean tone as well. Do you use CC Engage for Explode? Very quickly, I am going to do a plugin stream, but I can look real quick in the MIDI. See what that is. No, it is CC value. There it is, right there. You can see it's CC value. So that is my... That's my settings right there. CC value. Okay. Oh, it's not on that preset. All right. Yeah, I think in the next week or so, we'll do a polychrome stream on the Polychrome YouTube channel. So take a second to subscribe to that, and then we'll get all into everything relating to plugins as well. Any news on standby for the McRocklin suite? It will come, but it'll probably be on either 1.7 or 2.0. If we do 2.0, expect changes, some new stuff, or a complete overhaul. I don't know. We'll see. But I think more likely 2.0. Okay. Oh, good to see you, Michael. Lovely to see you. Okay. It fits, but a warped mind of diminished tone. Yeah. The thing is with diminished is like, what do you want to do? Like, it's like you have to like flash it in a way that you get the sound of diminished. It's like when you're cooking. It's like, oh, I'm going to put some garlic in it, but you don't often sit and have a bowl of garlic, you know? It's like you need to blend everything together and get a really cool sound that way. Same for like chromatics. Like you're blazing away, you're in A pentatonic, and you want to throw in some chromatics. You don't just go like, you know, you're like playing, you know, then you might just use like one or two strings. And then you might use that opportunity to drop in an outside note like A flat and A pentatonic, you know? So but I only use that A flat note once, and then I jump back into natural pentatonic, natural minor. So like, so again, you just flash that little sound, it makes it sound interesting, and then it's like taken away from you. Again, it's just blending all together. Hi, Dennis. All right. Okay. I've got a simple 2-chord sequence going from, was that F major 7, C major again, 8 beats each. Can't seem to. What is that? Sorry, F major 7 to C. Okay. So what, like, what you have, like F, and like, so you go on F to C. Can't get something out of the diatonic. Oh, what do you mean, like creating lines over something like that? Like that should be a very melodic approach, I would have thought. Like, so for example, like that type of chord combination, you could just play it right there, like an A minor / C major, and it's going to work fine. Because if you're trying to like follow, like let's say you're trying to think of it as like, oh, we're playing an F major 7, and that's going to be the root note of the key. What I did was I just made sure that I was playing notes that's in both of those chords then you can't go wrong. If that makes any sense. Well, if that helps. Alright, let's scroll on down here. Please suggest an intermediate guitar with a good whammy. James. Oh, sorry, Jampa. Jampa. I would try a few, you know, try a few mid-range Ibanez, maybe, Schecters. There's tons. In fact, maybe just jump on the Discord. There's probably way better options than even those two, like Schecter and Ibanez, that guys can suggest as well, you know. There's a subtle suggestion. Okay. Yes, so I was just saying earlier that I've never wrote so many riffs and ideas as like the last couple of weeks. Like I have tons, you know, and you just like feel like the inspiration coming back, and it's just like we've got a bit of a year ahead of us with Polychrome and a lot of plans, and a lot of it's already in motion. So that helps, because when you know where you're headed, it's like you just gotta steer the ship and keep innovating and refining and so on, you know. But yeah, I think because of that, things are settling down, and I'm also like trying to clear out other things. So it's just like less things, you know, in terms of like different platforms, and School of McRock is now fully transitioned to McRocklin.com, and that helps a lot, you know, because it keeps everything clear and easy. Yeah. Anyone recognize you when not on this holiday, because it was like an empty beach resort. So we didn't even see anyone apart from the family. In Turkey, yes, we had some lovely little guitar fans come and join us for dinner. That was so cool. I think that they're still kept in touch on Instagram. Sorry, yeah, it was, it was, I think it was Kusadasi. Yeah, Kusadasi, pretty sure. Lovely guitar fans. Yeah, they spotted me while I was out, and it was like they came over, and I'm so shy. And I was like, dude, just pull up a chair. And then there was like 3 of them pulled up a chair, had lunch with us. Yeah. Look at that, it's Will Fox. Hello. Diminish all of the shit. Thank you. Okay, questions if you have them. Put a Q in it, like this example right here. Okay, let's get into it. So just make sure you have a Q in, and I'll try to search for those questions as best as I can. So this is where I'm at on the chat. I'm just reaching Sean's comment now, so I'm like scrolling and catching. What's up, Chili? It's good to see you. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already hit the thumbs up, someone just did it. Helps a lot, so give the video a thumbs up. I had a few days where my picking regressed, and I was using my thumb and pointer finger to attack. Okay. I got out of it by using the chromatic exercise. Great for that, yes. For me, when it comes to like picking, because it's very easy to like, I was surprised when I came back from like 10 days off on the vacation recently, that my left hand felt really, really good actually. And I think it was because I was playing a tremendous amount before I went on the break, like many hours a day, you know. We were working on another product, and you know, there's just when you're listening and editing and changing and tweaking and stuff, like you just get so obsessed, and like you end up playing a lot. But when I came back, like the only thing that I felt was just slightly out of sync, and for that I really like 2 note per strings, especially the big stretchy ones. You know, like you could go in A minor, and 2 note per string is like so good, because obviously it's even numbers of groups. So for example, if we're in A minor, we could play like E to A, E to F, stretch back, and you get that lovely stretch, you know, when you're coming out of it. B to E. So, you know, you don't need to go crazy with that, but like throwing it in, like if I had like a beat. just jamming around with it, you know. I really, really like those kind of things because your left hand's getting that stretch, which means you're getting a little bit of a workout. And we're string skipping and we're doing 2 note per string, so very easy note groups. And whenever you put all that stuff together, string skipping, easy note groupings, you not only get some interesting sounds, but also like it's a little bit of a workout. So I like stuff like that, Sean. Like just put a beat on, jam over like concepts like that, and then gradually start to work your sort of way in and out. So like, for example, like right here, but what happens if we drop in like... You're kind of like searching for nice note combinations. And you know, you've heard me play around with that little riff where I come out of the C, A to F. And I love that little outside note, the C sharp. And then going down to the A to F. Yeah, it's just like looking for nice note combinations that really like make you want to jam a little bit longer, you know, because often when you're jamming and it's like, oh, I'm just like jamming for the sake of it, it's like it's not as cool or as fun. And then when you find like little riffs, it's like you're jamming around the riffs and then you're throwing the exercise in. So it's not just like you're doing torture sessions, you know, you're trying to avoid the torture sessions. All right, scrolling here a little bit. Oh, you're trying to get, you want to get the B flat. Okay, yeah, so like. Now, if you're going back to that combination that you were talking about earlier, so going from like the major 7. When you're throwing in outside notes like that, like B flat, you're only going to get it to work as a nice passing note, you know? So if I go back to that chord combination. When I do that, it works very well. But if I really hopper on that B sharp, sorry, B sharp, if I really hopper on, right, it's too much, right? It's like, it's very hard to make that work, but it's a beautiful outside passing note. So then you have to determine, like, is it a passing note? Is it like just a little, you know, ooh, taster? But it's just like too much of it, and then you're into that really terrible, horrible, dissonant tone, right? Why there are no updates for, I presume, the McRocklin suite for so long? So we had a tremendous amount of updates delivered to the McRocklin suite. If you go back to the 1.0 launch and you look at the graphics and the features, yeah, it replaced everything that I was doing at that time. But then we released a massive update with 1.2, ground control, where we introduced MIDI, additional speakers, and other sort of smaller features. And then we had 1.2 was not called ground control, that was 1.5. 1.2 was Sonic Empire. Wow, that's going back. So 1.5 was ground control. And we introduced a brand new UI. Completely overhauled the plugin, introduced Hypertune with 1.6, more effects. You know, it's had so many big updates. So from like 1.0 to 1.61 that it's at now, Like, it's come such a long way, and it's like, it's not going to be one of those products where, I don't know, like, at some point, we're obviously going to introduce, like, speaker voice edit, but there's maybe a couple other things and other features that maybe I'll do. And I don't know if that is, like, a 1.7 thing, but I don't think it really is, if I'm truly honest. I think that's more of a 2.0, you know, let's step it up again, you know. And at some point, you know, we'll get back on the McRocklin suite. We already have all of these features sketched out. Some of the tweaks and changes already sketched out. But you have to bear in mind, like Polychrome DSP, it's like basically me and Luca with additional help in different areas, you know, as part of the team. But fundamentally, like doing the heavy lifting every day, it's just a two-man team. And, you know, like the scale and size of like the people that we're reaching is just like crazy. But it also means like where do we focus our time best, you know? And believe me, if the McRocklin suite had like a gaping hole, oh my God, like we would be all over it. But it's a great overall product. Like I've used the McRocklin suite 1.6 for most of the tones tonight with a little bit of nunchuck. And most of you will be like, oh, that sounds great. And it still has the incredible low latency. It's got all the tones, you know, it's got multiple reverbs and everything else, you know, the acoustic stuff. So I think it's in a really great spot as it is right now. So, but obviously we will get back to updating the McRocklin suite. But it's just not sitting there screaming for a specific thing. How many guitars, how many Vi guitars do you own? Maybe just a couple that Steve gave me. Yeah, I think the Flame in the Universe, that is it. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I do. But she has been desperate to play you guys a little piano break. A little piano piece, some Beatles, I believe. So whenever she comes back in, we'll put a piano sound on.
I'm back in.
Whoa! Someone is at the door. Oh my God! It's like they were outside the door. Oh my gosh! All right, so we're gonna get back to these questions. I'm gonna leave the chat at Chili asking Smart Alec if he had a nice break, so that way we can scroll back. So she might have been listening. Yeah. Hey, Pat. Yeah. I think so. I think so, Chris. Like it's had a lot. Like if you were one of the guys that bought it on day one when we had the intro price, we have a sale on right now, which is like back to that intro price or even better. But like you've had a lot for one purchase. Like, you know, all the updates. And not only just the updates, but the hundreds of additional presets that's launched, you know. Anyway, what do we need here? We need a camera up here, and we need you a piano sound, right? Is that what you need? Yes.
This is terrifying.
Oh, okay.
Read my messages.
I did not read your messages, but guys, could we all like get some chanting in the chat,
No,
like
don't get
clapping and
No,
all your
don't.
favorite emojis? Just spam the chat like crazy. It'll not build the pressure at all for Leah.
Really?
Okay, you need a piano sound, right?
Mess up.
If you mess up, oh my gosh. If you mess up,
It's very short.
I'm gonna have to end the stream. So,
It's very short. Like literally the smallest thing on earth.
do you want a chicken wrap? Do you want a wrap, your mum said?
Yes, I do.
Okay. This is just the piano sound. Okay. Let me check. All right, guys, we've got the piano sound. Let me just say.
It's terrifying.
Okay. How's the chanting go? Oh, look at the chanting, guys. You've got the fire in the chat. Look at this screen over here, Leah. Look at that screen. We've got fire. We've got clapping. That's a lot of emotes. All right, come on. Get yourself over here.
No. It's very, very, very short. Like literally like
It doesn't matter how short it is.
much.
All right, get yourself.
Oh, that much.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Oh, I don't want to do this.
Okay, it's all yours. Is she back to lessons, Greenie Meanie? Come on.
But it's like very basic, not a lot. And it's very terrifying.
Just stop trying to lower their expectations.
And then
All right, go ahead. There you go.
one try to do first.
Do whichever one you feel comfortable with. I'm out the way. Come on, guys. Concert time. That's right. Concert time.
I can't do this, but I'm gonna do it. Do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yep, just dive in.
That's the first one.
Okay, what do we think, guys? Have we got
Can
virtue?
you even hear it? It's probably so quiet.
Love me do, eh? Sean got it.
Yeah.
Sean got it. All right, there we go. There we go. We got some good encouragement for everyone else as well. Yeah. Okay, we got one more. One more.
Wait, I can't whisper to you. I can't whisper to you because
What?
of the microphone.
I'll turn my mic off.
I'll tell you after then.
Well, I can tell you now. She literally said nothing. She just whispered nothing. What was the point of me turning my mic off? Okay, one more piece and then we're going to get back to the guitars.
This one's even worse.
Oh, even better. Come on, here we go.
No, even worse.
Friendless, that's right.
Let me just,
She was whispering she can shred better.
let me just think.
Okay. Sean guessed the next one. If someone guesses the next one, whoever guesses the next song is going to win a prize.
Is it loud? Make it louder. It's gonna win a prize.
They're going to win a prize, okay? So, guys, everyone on the buzzers,
That does not make it louder.
it's louder. It's louder. There you go. Whoever guesses this song wins a prize.
Okay.
Chili got it, followed by Sean. Chili doesn't win nothing. All right, there we go. So Chili is exempt from prizes, but Sean's won a prize, everyone. I'm going to get him something delicious from our friends at Daddario. What do you think of that? Should we get Sean something really cool from Daddario?
Yes.
Okay. A nice pink strap. All right, good job.
More!
All right, no, that's it. Showtime's over.
No.
Get out of the studio. This is a guitar cave. Chop. All right, back to the guitar questions, guys.
Bye, people.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh,
Bye.
oh my gosh. Yeah, good job, Sean. That was pretty quick. Yeah, definitely. He was definitely using AI. Definitely. All right, so we were scrolling back to Chili asking. Oh no, what a legend! Oh, I'm going to dedicate that for Liana. Look at that. Okay. Liana! She's right away in excitement, but I will tell her the super chat for Liana came through. Oh, wait, I'm going to see if she'll read that. Just check out the chat display on the right. What? What happened? What are you getting excited for? Yeah, no, what do you say?
Thanks, Sean.
That's not Sean. That's Uncle Sean.
Uncle Sean. Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, off you go.
Wait, I'm going back to sleep.
Okay, be careful then. All right. So. Bye. I'd consider McRocklin to yes. Well, we will see. We will see what can be done. Okay, so this is where we got up to before. Nice to see you, Smart, Alec, blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, so do we have more cues? Are we good on the cues? I don't know. Piano break time. That's yeah. That was definitely some piano. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, that would be funny. Aliyah emoji. All right. Okay. Looks like minus Thomas service fees. Yeah. Okay, I bet we're back on the track. Okay, ahoy there, matey. Xenophily, what is up? Let's play a track, shall we, guys? Because it is the weekend. It is the weekend, and what better track to start with than the weekend than a little synthwave. I was very thirsty. That's all I'm gonna say. But now I'm ready! God, imagine waking up to that at 4 in the morning from under your bed. You'd be like, what the fuck is that? Fucking wow. It started off so normal, but where did it end? Yeah, and delete. Like, okay, yeah. Imagine though you fasted. I tell you, I had a bad sleep, and I think it's because I heard something like that in the middle of the night last night. Oh my God. Yeah, it's me under your bed with an Ableton looper at 4 in the morning. Oh gosh, what are you guys up to this weekend? What's going on? You working on new tracks? Are you working on music? You buying gear? Is anyone buying gear in 2025? Oh, you're just chilling out. I tell you what, I didn't realize, but well, I did realize. It's like 20 degrees, but really humid here in the north. I've only been out twice today to pick up my oldest daughter and drop her off. It's humid out there, yeah. I used to have a beep button, yeah, beep, and I'll tell you, we used to use it a lot, and I think it was, I had some timing problems, I'm not gonna lie, I had some big timing problems. Saving up for the next Poly release, brother. Oh, Chris, I always appreciate the kind of words and support. Like, yeah, appreciate it, man. The beep button, yeah, it was a disaster. Let's just be honest. Like the amount of times that I would just miss the beep occasion by 3 seconds, which is just not good enough. Like, I mean, like if you're watching ITV or your local TV station and they're dropping F-bombs and then the beep happens 3 seconds later consistently, it's just not good enough, is it really? I was terrible at the beep button. Half the streams for a while were beep. Yeah, there was a lot of beeping as well, but I think that just, you know, in the excitement, you turn around, you push the button, it's too late. You know, like. Learning some two-handed tapping rhythms and chords, trying to figure out if it needs a string dampener or just better technique. I would not. What do you mean what do you mean what? Let me just understand what you're saying a little bit. Two-handed rhythms and chords. Like, do you mean like stuff like that? Didn't realize that was set to a loop. Wow, I did not realize that was still recording. Yeah, but stuff like that, or like, am I totally off target there? Whew. Yeah, so it's definitely getting warm in here. My husband and I will be walking around the Fork Life Festival here. Fork Life Festival? What is that, like a festival for forks? Like everyone goes around with a fork? What is that? Fork Life Festival here in Seattle. Rocking on McRocklin merch. Oh, isn't that cool? That's so cool. I'm intrigued about the Fork Festival. Like, would there be a spoon festival? Like that, but 2 strings at a time. Oh, okay, yeah. Like 2 strings at a time. I've never really done that in a while, but like, I guess you could like, ooh, that's quite nice for chord inversions, isn't it? Like, bro, relax, man. Why are you still looping? Oh yeah, I like that. Play a chord, then find a nice harmonic that works. Dude, what is going on? Why is it doing that? You know, why is it? Oh, I think I got it. Okay. Wow. Very sharp E, guys. 2-finger tapping. Oh, very sharp. Still a bit sharp, but yeah. thing there, what you could do is use the two finger tap as a slide and pluck. So if you go like, or you could pull, but then move to another position to continue the melody. That's nice. Yeah, so you're using like, you're getting the two fingers in, but you're getting a secondary plug. Oh, that was terrible. So yeah, when I practice, like I don't say to myself, oh, that was terrible. I just repeat something 2 times, 3 times. And then the first time, if it's wrong, I identify what was wrong with it. You know, sometimes you just make a slight mistake or you're a little bit hesitant. It's usually hesitant, being a little bit uncertain with like about what you're about to play is the thing that causes the mistakes. So like there, it wasn't that it was like difficult the first time that I did that, like a C-sharp minor arpeggio with an A on the bass. Like, it wasn't that it was difficult, it's just like I was a little bit unsure if that's all I was going to do. And then the second time I was like, okay, it was better. Third time it was like as perfect as you'd want it to be. So then that's time to move on, you know? So that's how I practice. Like, so like, I don't like hit something and say, oh, I'm going to do that 20 times now because I made a mistake. It's just like, you sort of confirming what was the issue, and then you rectify the issue, and then you execute on the third time, third time, and then you're good, move on, you know, so. Have you heard of folk? I've heard of folk music, yeah, I've heard of the genre. Oh, okay, I'm totally, it's a folk music festival or something like that. Oh, like, but it's like folk light. I was reading as folk, as in like a knife and fork. I was thinking that was a little bit bizarre, but apparently it's not bizarre at all if it's actually a folk music festival. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I need to get some new glasses. Or clean these ones a little bit. Yeah, damn. You must be like, the hell's this guy talking about? Like a spoon festival? Damn. Losing his mind. No wonder I couldn't read the chat previously, because I can't even barely make out. Maybe you're hungry. I can barely read that. Maybe you're hungry, but like doing an entire stream like this, oh my god. Like, I don't know why I used to read chat so badly. There's kebabs on the way, apparently. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Chris, good timing with the words there. We're going to beats again. I like that. That's just a nice little beat. Let's get a little groove going. Low gain vibes here. Let's make sure everything below that is deleted. And we're using nunchuck right now. Let's get an octave on that. Let's get it low gain, compressor off, back off. And let's get rid of the delay and reverb. Get the octave on. Get a little bit of more of a smoother sound. In fact, let's just go down a... Yeah, that's better. You want some phaser? let's try a little bit of phaser on that. Multi-mod, maybe pre-position. Pre-position, let's try it. Compression on, bring some of that brightness back. Turn off that tone. Let's go with clean channel. That's got big chorus vibes. Reggae style. How you doing, Braxel? I'm good, Braxel. That's okay, mate. Cables need to be sorted. like groovy. That's grooving. I like that a lot. So yeah, nunchuck. So fun. Yeah, lovely to see you, Braxel. Alright, we jumped around a little bit today. I don't know how long we've been streaming for, but it's been, oh my god, 2 hours. Was not expecting that. We should do a complete ambient, it's 420 somewhere indeed, ambient glitch lo-fi type of stream at some point. I remember we had a little trial of like the it was like the studio in the rainy attic loft thing. That was like, only we did it once or twice max, maybe once actually. That was cool. I spent way too much time last weekend wrapping cables, but oh man, yeah, great to see you, Chris, and everyone else. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm gonna chill and watch a little bit of TV tonight, but I think a couple of little things to sort. Little polychrome stuff, and then yeah, I'm gonna eat some kebabs, a little kebab wrap, and yeah, chill a little bit. Yeah, it feels weird finishing at like 7ish. You know, it's so weird. But yeah, excited tomorrow for the new studio lights to be delivered for the studio/office studio. That'll be nice. Get that stuff up and running. That'll be good. All good, all good. Let's dive in over here. No chance like Hutch is not online, is he? He's not streaming right now. He's been streaming a lot. He's been streaming a lot, right? Oh, he's in here? Okay. Standing lights or something you need to install? No, it's just a big, well, it's a stand and it's another dome. So if you can see this dome here, here. Oh, wait there, let me loosen that. You see that dome there? That light dome? It's basically one of those, but on a set of wheels that's standing. Well, a set of casters on a stand. So that and a stream deck and just a couple of small other bits to kind of complete that setup. Do you think you can shred using 9s? I probably could, but I would have significant pain the next day, and I wouldn't see a benefit. Like, for my style of playing, 9s works really, really great. 10s, you could get away with it. 11s would bring nothing to the party. What would there be to gain? If I was playing really, really low gains with no bends and stuff like that, and I know you can bends, but I do like 5 fret bends a lot, as in like 5 semitones. Like, how could I bend 11s, 5 semitones, and have fun at the same time? Impossible. Yeah, so Koopa's music, hello. Oh yeah, Chris, you're early in the day, yeah. So yeah, I could shred with 11s, but I would not choose to ever. But I have 12 to 60s, like, you know, for that layer guitar that I was playing on earlier, that has 12 to 60s. So so heavy strings. But yeah. Yeah, work smarter, not harder. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You woke up and had a burrito. That's a great start to the day though, isn't it? What did you have in the burrito? You have coffee with it as well? A cup of coffee? Something spicy and something like hot, like tea or coffee at the same time. I love that combination because it just makes the drink feel so much spicier. Yeah. It's really warm in here. Real warm in here. I've been jamming Roy Buchanan, doing bends on my 11s. I'm thinking twice about it. Yeah, in the long run, I don't know how great that'll be for your fingers, you know, because then what are you gonna do? But there's no denying Roy Buchanan, absolute hell of a player. Yeah, get the kabamps in you. That's a great start of the day. Kabamps. That is right. cheese steak for me, fries. That's a good start to the day. Yeah. Have I tried flatwounds? Yeah. Not for like a long time, but yeah, I keep meaning to like get a guitar that's just all about the smooth, soft jazz tones with flat wounds, you know, like I like it, you know. Collab's hitting the pizza. There's nothing wrong with a pizza when it's done well. Yeah. But yeah, flat wounds is, it's a shout, yeah. Okay. We're caught up on the chat. Flat wounds on a Strat, huh? I've never tried flat. I think it's been like 335s, you know, like Gibson Epiphone 335 style guitars that I've tried them on. So any new sounds coming out on your plugin? Well, we just recently released Nutcracker. Nutcracker is wild. Like, it's amazing to play. Filthy aggressive. It's got gain intelligence, which works really, really well, keeping your guitar in focus. Really versatile with the tube age and the different configs that we can have on it as well. And it's got a nice collection of pre and post effects. Tons of great presets. So, yeah. So that's Nutcracker. But also, like, not long before Nutcracker, we also released Nunchuck. Like, Nunchuck is, like, I'm still exploring Nunchuck, you know? But it's so great to play. I love playing Nunchuck. Really, really great. Super cool. And it's just so, we probably went a little bit overboard with the amount of effects that we included in Nunchuck. There's so much stuff in there. But it's amazing to play. Super cool. Active versus passive pickups. So I like I like both. You know, there's guitars that I have that have passive pickups, and I really, really like them. I do like those polymaths by Bare Knuckle. I think they're really nice. I think the splits are possibly just a little bit too spiky for my personal taste. So on overall balance, I do prefer my set of Fishman Fluence, the custom set that I have with Fishman. I really, really like those. Like, they're my go-to. I just know how they sound and I know how they're cut. They're really cool. But yeah, like, I can't say like I have a massive like preference. Like, I only play powered or active pickups, you know, like, you know. King of the Sweets Nunchuck, it's so good. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. When I just come and jam, like I just load up Nunchuck and I just start playing. It's like it's really great. But yeah, we're working on stuff all the time. Yeah. My dad got me tickets to see Dream Theater in September. Nice. Oh, you got the VIP tickets as well, so you'll see the guys. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great show, yeah. Especially if you're a big fan of Dream Theater, obviously, which a lot of people are. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, me and Hutch went and caught up with the maestro himself, Mr. Rudels. Yeah, it was nice to see him and have a bit of a chat, and yeah, it was cool. I was just browsing at Nutcracker when I noticed you were online. Still not ready to adjust my purchase. Loving the hell out of my previous 3 big ones I did purchase. Oh, thank you, Zenfully. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I would always recommend trying the demo, you know. We don't use iLok, so you just install the demo. The only thing is with the demo is obviously it times out for 3 seconds of silence every 60 seconds, but that's not a major issue if you're just trialing it and testing it and to see if it offers something unique to what you really want, you know. So I'll do that. Obviously, we also don't give all of the presets that's reserved for the full version, but other than that, you can explore the entire plugin for as long as you need. But yeah, straight to purchase. Yeah, Yeah, it's great. It's really good. That's right. But the sale is probably, I think it's going to end at the end of this month. I'm pretty sure. So it's still running right now. If you're sitting, you're like just lurking, polychromdsp.com. Check it out. We have a biggest sale of the year actually for us. Like, you know, we have never done this level of discount on Nunchuck before. This is the very first time. So if you have the McRocklin suite, you have to add Nunchuck because they just complement each other so well. And check out Nutcracker as well. I was thinking on the McRocklin suite to change the theme like to white or any color you want. We were originally going to have that actually, but it's when we used a different type of graphic. We switched from a very like a programmed graphic, if you like. So our initial installer was like 50 meg because there was basically no graphic file. And we were going to have like this ability to have like dark and light mode. And I sketched it out and it didn't look quite right with the light mode, but I kind of got it. But then we moved away from that to give it a little bit more character in 3D, which meant that we actually had to use like a graphic UI, you know, with actual graphic files. And with those, we could technically put 2 different colors in, but then it would double the size almost of the installer. And, you know, people don't want to load like 1.5 gigabytes for a plugin, you know. So, yeah, it would be crisp, you know, like to have different combinations. But I think at some point what you will see, though, is either on a 1.7 or 2.0 release is another leap up again on the graphics or another tweak, you know. Next round or Discord, I need to ask about Wah, Cryboy, and EQ. People's favorite settings were given Wah character. Yeah, I still use Cryboy all the time. Like everything you've heard tonight on the Wah is Cryboy because this is my input chain. Basically, I have hypertune, so when I push a button on the floor, I get like an octaver. And then I also have Cryboy. So whenever I do Wah, that is always on, but when it goes heel down, then it automatically turns off. Give it that Thomas neon pink blue reds GUI. Yeah. But yeah, I love Cryboy. It's great. It's the same Wah that's essentially in the McRocklin suite, so you know, unless you want to use it with other plugins, then you probably don't need to add it to your collection. But I think at some point we'll probably have a nice little update for Cryboy as well. You know, it'd be nice to add a couple of different styles of Wah or something like that. But its sole purpose, like Cryboy had 2 purposes. In the McRocklin suite, it was to stop me from using the Dunlop 95Q, which I used forever, and I wanted to switch to an expression pedal because over time I've wanted less cables, you know, so on the stream setup downstairs, there won't even be a tuner on the floor, it'll just be like cable straight to the audio interface. There'll be no power supplies for anything, you know. And then, so the Cryboy was really designed for me to replace the 95Q, and it went in the McRocklin suite. And then we released Cryboy as a separate plugin just to celebrate, I think it was our 1st year anniversary as something cool, you know. So would the TRS expression pedal work with your complete M32? I don't see why not. Any expression pedal should work just fine like that, yeah. Blue sky, that is funny. Rad Brad. Ah, where's my mouse? Damn. 2 minutes screens. Yeah, that is funny. Yeah. I have a Behringer Cry-Wah. It auto switches off. Been using so much fun. The Dynamic Wah is amazing too. Yeah, I've tried that. Yeah. Can you set the tones for the Wah if you get? Yeah. So on our Wah, you basically can go from how I have it set up, which is very gentle. But if you go more extreme, then you're gonna be into like the Bad Horsey style Wahs and whatnot, you know? So for example, the bite is mega powerful. Like the difference between that and that is wild. It's like, so this could be like one type of wah, that could be another type of wah, and that could be another type of wah, you know? So any tone is possible, yeah. But yeah, so try the bite, because that really makes a big difference. It's like having a completely different type of wah, you know. Have you ever tried doing Alan Holdsworth style volume pedal swells before? Not in great depth, but I do like that style. There's something that we have an idea of that would kind of work well with that type of thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we introduce something like that as a separate thing, you know? Is there a delay on your wah off so that it doesn't switch off immediately? That's a great question, Gregor. Yeah, and I absolutely hate wahs that do that. I like about 200 and 300 milliseconds. That's a really, really good question. If you go to the MIDI here, so I have 300 milliseconds delay off. So you can see there at the top it says CC engage wah, and this is basically how long it takes to power on or off. Oh, sorry, off. So yeah, 300 milliseconds. So what that means is when you're doing like real funky stuff, I'll show you on a real dry acoustic here. Oh my gosh. So for example, when I'm like, so right there I'm lifting right to the back of the wah, right? But there's a delay. So when I lift off, you hear it delays, right? So I could set that to be fast, like instant, but I don't like that, because then as soon as you get to the top, if I just put like 1 or 0, you know, it's like, it's easy to like trigger. It might be an effect that you like, but with about 300 milliseconds, when you get to that heel back, you get that nice sort of pause, you know? So that's good to have that. Does the Cryboy plugin let you change the start and stop timing, like the Bad Halsey? So this, I guess that's what this is doing. Yeah, it's the delay off, especially. I don't want a delay on the input, because as soon as I stamp on the wah, I want it engaged, right? So that would sound wild with grain delay, with ducking all the way up. Let's try that. So McRocklin Suite is what we have here. Let's turn on grain delay. And then go a lot of ducking. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Pretty fun. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, definitely a vibe. Anyway, guys, I think what we will do is once I get this new setup up and running, I'll do like a Polychrome stream on the Polychrome YouTube channel. So take a second to subscribe over there, or join the Discord. We have an amazing Polychrome Discord. It's becoming a lovely little community. PolychromeDSP.com. If you just go here and then do /Discord. You get there. It's very, very quiet because it's just focused on the Polychrome plugins and how you guys are using it. So there's not like tons of general chat and stuff like that. So it's very good if you want to learn more about the plugins, or you're like, oh, what interface should I get? What controller should I get? What expression pedal? Will this work? There's so many different users on our own Discord, and I'm there, plus the teams there, and you know, so it's a good way to find out more. You know, we don't talk about Spoon Festival. Yeah, so maybe on the Discord voice chat again this weekend. Yeah, totally. That was good. Yeah, this is good stuff. Anyway, guys, you have a great weekend. Lovely to see you. Thanks for tuning in here and spend a little bit of your weekend. It was a nice blast. If you're tuning in late, we had a little bit of a guitar Q&A a little bit earlier, probably like midway through the stream. So yeah. Thanks for a great stream and out of this world version of Italian Disco. Yeah, got a bit out of hand, Chris. Yeah, it was fun though. But that was nice. Good little blast there. Anyway, have a great weekend, everyone. Cheers to you. And I'll catch you all soon. All right. Cheers, guys. Bye. Oh, wait there. Check this out. I've got a professional way of ending the stream. Wait there. I just forgot about it. I did this like ages ago as well. Totally forgot about it. You ready?